So, hello everyone, I am Mel and I am the founder of 1Export. So the reason why we started this business is because out of the 2.6 trillion in ASEAN export trade, the Philippines only accounts for less than 3% of that. And on top of that, there's a negative decline year on year. The reason for this is that MSMEs find exporting to be time-consuming and expensive. It takes at least 270 days from our interviews to be able to process their documents and make that first sale. And it also costs them at least $20,000 to be able to process their initial documents and go to countries abroad and sell to markets that they want to target. Because of this, less than 1% of the total MSMEs are actually registered exporters. But the problem is not just in the Philippines. The world is losing $852 billion in export sales because exporting is time-consuming and expensive. So that is why we created a one-stop, end-to-end platform helping MSMEs and farming communities export their products abroad. What we have done is we have simplified the exporting process, where we first match the buyer with the seller through data analytics. After we get an order, we process their documentation and labeling for a fee. We are able to deliver their products that are export ready, and we're able to make sure that payments are done on time for the MSMEs. Our current product actually allows MSMEs to process their documents online. If you want to be able to export to a specific market, we're able to convert the current labeling products that you have into market-ready products abroad. And we're also able to match and push for products abroad, and we use a set of data analytics and algorithms to make sure that this happens. But one thing that we are most proud of is that from 270 days, we're actually able to bring down the time to export to 90 days. So this is an actual exporter that we're able to bring to Qatar. And from $20,000 we're able to bring down the cost of exporting to $1,500. And how does this benefit our MSMEs? They're able to serve more markets, they're able to serve more time and money, save more time and money in exporting, and they're able to release their shipments without any risks. Right now, we have 150 MSMEs that are on board our platform. 70% of them are women-led MSMEs. We are able to bring a sale of $10,000 per MSME. We're able to clear the products at port if they're able to comply with our requirements, and we're able to give them an 80% reorder rate. So we're not just growing MSMEs, we're not just making MSMEs export abroad, we're actually growing their business and we're actually contributing to the whole ecosystem. We're actually able to bring them to 100 storefronts currently in the US, Middle East, and Australia. And we intend to grow this further by the end of the year by entering markets like China. We're shipping out to Israel by the end of the month, and we're shipping out to Malaysia and Singapore by Q4. We are currently connected with PLDT and DHL. How we're able to grow our MSMEs is that we're able to process their documents for them. And we're partnered also with logistics companies like Ninjavan and Mover. We're partnered with government agencies and agencies abroad so that we can make sure that the exports get out faster. Since we started in 2017, our revenues were at $2,000 but we have grown significantly this year because we have been able to create a lot of just-in-time efficiencies, and we have been able to integrate a lot of data analytics in terms of matching our buyers abroad. We intend to grow further by entering more markets and by entering more verticals moving forward. As much as we have grown our revenues, we have also grown our team. We are a team that is dedicated and passionate about exporting, and we have put in a lot of perspective and innovation in terms of making this thing happen. So once again, we are 1Export. We would like to help make businesses go global, and most importantly, we'd like to help make exporting great again. Thank you very much.
Hi, thank you for that. I want to ask two questions. First, what is your profit margin?
Okay. Sure. Let me just go back to that slide. Currently, we make 5 to 10% margin for every sale that we make. So this is every sale, every time we're able to push the order or export the products, we make 5 to 10% margin depending on how difficult it is to export the products. We make money from documentation and labeling currently. So every time there's a new market, so products differ from market to market, we make money from that. And documents also, so there are pre-export documents that are every year, renewed every year, and there are post-export documents that you need to comply with every shipment. So those are recurring revenues at the top. We've also offered certain, the ones at the bottom are the ones that don't make as much money, so maybe 5% of our revenues. But 95% really come from this BC at the top.
Thank you.
So in order for you to reach your targets for next year, what are the kind of biggest things you need right now? Or how, like, if you win this competition, right, what do you hope to achieve?
Well, it's really more of being able to partner with different people. So it's not just, or the reason why we want to enter China is because we understand that it's a big market. It's a big market for Philippine exports. But also, like we realize that there's a market beyond just the distribution, the distributors and the importers. There are a lot of individuals that want to take in products, and then the only reason why they can't take those in is because of the compliances. But we have those in our tech. So we have that that we're currently testing right now.
What's the number in terms of your buyers in your platform right now?
Right now we have Right now we have 3 buyers. But basically they order every month, and they order every month.
Does anybody want to ask a question?
Yeah, so I have a follow-up question to that. I'm just a little bit confused.
Sure.
So right now the platform is, essentially you're helping them distribute the products, right? Using your tech platform. So essentially you're the exporter, right?
Yes, right.
And then who's buying all of these products? Like, is it like B2C or is it B2B?
It's B2B.
B2B, and these are the 3.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you directly export to them and then they sell it again.
Yes. So we sell to
Okay.
traditional wholesale and retail marketplaces abroad.
Okay.
So this is a supermarket and a distributor.
Okay.
Okay, so
How do you-
I know the EM is there, but this is how do you now differentiate yourself from a regular consolidator?
Okay, so how we differentiate ourselves from normal traders is that we work on compliance very well. So that's why, for example, if you want to export a specific product, we're actually able to make sure that in terms of labeling regulations, in terms of product quality, everything is that everything goes and is in agreement with like FDA abroad. So that's how we differentiate ourselves.
Thank you.
Compliance.